Dee 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 dee. Keto living is the life for me. Coffee, cooking, and recipes. Spending my days with my doggies. So be a sport. Set your alarm for Wednesdays for the Warden's Report.
Happy Wednesday afternoon already. It's already lunchtime, y'all. If you're new to this channel, I'm the Warden, aka Shelly, and I'm the other half of HungryHeath. And every week I just kind of show you how I get my 90% fat, because I get a lot of people who are like, how can you get that much fat? Like, I can't get that much fat. Just to kind of heads up, it isn't that it's like, okay, I'm eating 3 pounds of meat plus 90% fat. No, it's like I did actually lower my protein intake to make sure I'm still getting the same 90% fat based on, you know, the overall what I would eat. So it isn't just adding fat to whatever I've been eating, right? You have to kind of offset it. So if you are normally eating, say, a 16-ounce steak, well, now you might lower that to a 10-ounce steak to make up for the fat that you're adding. So you have to kind of even those things out, so it's not just adding fat to what you're typically eating. So, you know, everything's a balance, right? I keep hearing that, like, everywhere, not just in the keto sphere, but in other areas of life. Like, the main goal in life is to have balance. So you have to balance that out as well. So if you are new here, go ahead, give me a thumbs up. I'm sure you're going to love it. You love that intro jingle, right? I came up with that jingle all by myself, borrowing from our ancestors. And then if you're new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe. Not only do you get to follow my weekly journey and seeing how am I doing on this 90% fat, so you can follow along and find out, yeah, is she going to stick with this thing? Is this just, you know, another trend, that, as you say? So follow along for that. But also HungryHeath puts out his weekly journey regarding his multiple sclerosis and how he's treating that with his keto carnivore diet. And then we also put out recipe videos. That's the main thing we enjoy doing, because we both love to cook and we love to cook together. So let's get started this week. I'm going to show you what I'm having so far today, and I'll just continue showing you my daily life. Wednesday lunch, because I've been really hungry. I don't know if it's just the holidays, but in my opinion, if you're hungry, eat. Don't, like, torture yourself and say, oh, I could only eat dinner. Like, it's okay, you guys. It's okay to eat. So for lunch, I am having Pedersen Farms no sugar added spicy sausage links. We got these at our Central Market. Sometimes I have seen them at Sprouts before, or you can order online. They have a website and will deliver, and I've done that before. So with the 6 of these, I am having 2 tablespoons of our homemade mayo, so I make it myself, and I add a little hot sauce to it. And I'm going to finish off my garlic and jalapeno olives. I think there's 3 left in there. Each one of these is 1.5 grams of fat, so that's perfect little fat there. And Heath is just making his lunch for tomorrow.
And I made a mess.
Oh, well, of course.
Condensation.
And then look at my plants, y'all. I don't know. I've been putting them out when it's been sunny, but look at my rosemary. I'm really getting sad. I mean, it smells really good. I made sure there's plenty of water. And there's the sage. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. And if you hear the beeping, that is my coffee. So I just heated it up for this morning. So every day when I make coffee, it does give me like 3 cups total. So I'm just going to finish my last cup with my lunch. So I'll see you at dinner. Wednesday night supper. And it is that beef stew again. As you see, since I had, well, you might not be able to tell, but since I had a lunch today, I did put less amount for dinner. You know, got to offset that meat I had. I still have, I did away with the sour cream because that does have 1 gram of protein. And so I did away with that. And I do have just 2 tablespoons of the mayo added. And then the red stuff is our, we call it MCT, Moist Clown Tears. That's our hot sauce. So I just put a few drops. I was feeling extra spicy tonight. And so that'll be my dinner. Mix that all in here. And as you see, as the week is going on, this stew is getting just thicker and thicker, right? It's really thickening up. So then for my drink, I am having this citrus Italian sparkling water. That's what Heath got me for 97 cents a liter. The other day I had one and I still didn't even finish all of it. So we'll see if I drink all of it tonight. And see my cute little coffee signs I got. Coffee lover. And shh, coffee first. And oh, what's cute about this coffee first, it does light up. I think I have to put a battery in it. Then on the other side it says get busy. So I could just decide. I could put it on my desk at work even though I don't have anybody who comes by at work. And I could just put it on there and then that way I can pretend, right? And be like, no, shh, coffee first. Don't come and talk to me, y'all. So that is our dinner for you that celebrate happy winter solstice. And just like, can't believe it's already Wednesday. And this year is like, we only have a little over a week left of this year. So it's going really, really fast. And I'm just kind of excited for 23. Anybody else? I was already thinking today of everything I kind of want to start doing in the new year. So I'm excited about that. And just kind of getting through the last week and a half. I mean, I don't have any days off per se. I mean, I am off on Monday. It's a bank holiday. But other than that, I'm going to be working all the other days. And it's just kind of slow right now because everybody's kind of like done for the year. And they're like, that's a 2023 problem, right? So let me know. What are y'all doing for the rest of the year? Now, when you all see this, we'll only have a couple more days left of the year. So that's even more exciting, right? And I'm just going to show... Yes, I keep my pumpkins out all year too. Look at all the cards we've gotten, y'all. I have them kind of layered back there on that table. You can see all those beautiful cards. So thank you everybody who sent us a card. Happy Thursday, and here's when I know a lot of people are getting that Arctic blast today, so please stay safe, stay warm. It has not hit us yet. Now, starting at 2 p.m. today is when it's supposed to start really decreasing, but it's not going to get below freezing until like 10 p.m. tonight. So we still have time. It doesn't predict any rain, which is good because I know my boss is in Dallas and she's already getting rain and wind. So hopefully we'll miss out on that. So I thought I'd show you what I'm having for lunch today. So for lunch today, I've got the rest of that Pedersen's spicy link sausage. It's 6 of them. And I did 3 tablespoons of mayo. And then that's that chamois sauce. Just add a little more flavor. I just did plain homemade mayo today. So the only seasoning is salt. So real easy. And then this is my final cup of coffee. And I did use up the last bit of heavy cream. It was maybe 2 tablespoons. I'm going to put 3 just to be on the cautious. It's probably somewhere between 2 and 3. But that's it. And then I sprinkle on top my pumpkin pie spice mix. And that's just a homemade mix I made. And then the coffee this week is the Starbucks peppermint mocha. So I'm really enjoying that. And then over here, I'm not going to have any right now, but I thought I'd show y'all because I was really impressed how this bark turned out. So this bark, what I did, and save for later, dear. Heath wants to eat on it all the time, y'all. But what I did was an extra dark Lily's bar on the bottom. Just melted that up. Then I topped it with roasted pecans and walnuts, chopped up. And then drizzled with the Lily's white chocolate peppermint and the Lily's butterscotch. And I add a little bit of coconut. So it definitely has the fat in there, y'all. And then I made sure we split it up so that we don't eat it all in one sitting, because it is freaking delicious. So it's easy to do. But that's my lunch right now on this Thursday. Hopefully everybody stays safe. Talk to you later. Thursday dinner. So guess what we're having? You'll never guess. It's stew again. And I've got 2 tablespoons of the mayo, and I've also got a little bit of our moist clown tears. I say that just for y'all. And I'm mixing this up because it's freaking cold outside. It's dropped 20 degrees in the last 2 hours. And I know everybody else, you're having the same thing happening. So I want this stew like extra hot. Like I want steam coming off of it. Even though in the house we're keeping it at 65. It just feels cooler though, right? And of course, going outside with the dogs and everything, it does feel a little cooler. So that's what I'm going to do. Heat it up, but that's dinner tonight. And we actually have enough of this stew left for probably one more night, or at least one more person's. So I don't know if it'll just be, you know, Heath eating it maybe on Saturday for lunch or what. We'll see. We'll let you know. Friday morning, my work, their systems are out, so I'm kind of just taking time today, enjoying my coffees and stuff, and the dogs wanted to go out. So yes, it's cold here. It's like 16 degrees, I think, right now. But it's sunny. As y'all can tell, it's really nice and sunny out. But Delilah's like, do I really want to? She's definitely my summer dog. She likes to be out. Give her some privacy. She likes to be out, though, when it's summertime. But, I mean, it's a beautiful day. We're very fortunate that we don't have rain of any kind, or sleet, or even high winds. We had some high winds yesterday, but none today so far. But there's no prediction of any type of rain, so then we shouldn't have snow. It's just cool out, but I'm loving this. Like, I mean, I am wearing my furry pajamas. Oh, I think their water froze. Let's see. Oh my God. Look at Delilah. It is frozen. I saw her, like, go for it, like she was thirsty, but no. Well, there's proof that it is cold out here. Their outside water froze. That's awesome. But yeah, I love the cold weather. You know, as long as I can actually get warm, it's even better. But, you know, it's definitely nice, pretty day. So I'm fortunate for that and enjoying it in my, of course, I got my slippers on and my furry PJs. What do you think, Sam? Do you like it out here? Yeah, I think he likes it, y'all. This is what I'm doing. So, you know, they say, leave your cabinet doors open where there's pipes. So this is the sink. I know, it's very cluttered, y'all. There's the sink, right? Now that spigot is on the other side, but we did completely wrap that up so no air could get into it. And so this is the sink. I'm dripping the water still, because it's still below freezing. And I went ahead, since water's dripping, I've been filling up any water bottle, empty bottles that I had, so that then we can, you know, not waste the water completely. But anyways, so then I also brought in my little space heater, and during the night I just turned this on, and where it would oscillate there. So hopefully, if for some reason the electricity went out, I was just hoping, well, that added extra heat would help keep these pipes warm for longer. That's basically my plan, because I do, as long as we don't lose electricity, we should be fine. It's whenever we've lost electricity that caused the problem. So what I'm doing right now, again, don't have much going on this morning, kind of bored, because like if you knew the systems weren't working and you didn't have to like work, I would have slept like a good another hour, but instead I had to get up, and now I'm just bored. But anyhow, so you see I've had 1 cup of coffee. That's my coffee pot here. So there's still, I said it's 2 more cups of coffee left. Again, I did the 6 tablespoons of the coconut oil, and I just was like, you know what, I feel like something extra special. So I'm going to add this chocolate element to the coffee, and then I figured that would just give the last 2 cups, you know, a little something sweet and chocolatey, since it is the peppermint mocha coffee blend. Let me just try to open up this package with one hand, y'all. Okay, so let's see how this goes. And I'm also, you might be able to hear the air fryer going. I'm making some sausage. Okay, there, the whole packet. Like, always double check. And see, there it is. And I'm going to tell you, this coffee is already cool. So I always have to reheat it in the microwave. Ooh, it actually has got a little darker. Exciting. Alright, when this is all ready, I'll show you it up. Plate it. Okay, so I made my breakfast, y'all. And look, he just went out, and look at him. He's like, oh no, I gotta go again. Does he? Does he? So look how cold it is already. The fat, the MCT oil, you can see where it's solidified on here. But I heated up, this is how I heat it up. I just used one of my glass or Pyrex measuring cups, and I definitely smell the chocolate that is in. Oh shoot, y'all saw that. But definitely smell the chocolate in here. Like, you can see a little bit of it right there. And what I'm having to eat with it after I clean up this mess, y'all, is 3 Swaggerty's sausage. I've got 2 tablespoons of mayo, a little bit of hot sauce, 2 different types of hot sauces there to go with that. But, that's salty. But yes, now I gotta clean up that mess. Always something, right, y'all? And probably take that dog out again. Hey, y'all, it is lunch now. And I think just because the weather is so cold, I just want something to eat. So what I've got here, you're like, wow, that's a lot of sour cream. It's not. That's our cheese tubs. So we got some cheddar, some mozz, some nacho sliced jalapenos. Can y'all guess what I'm doing? And pepperoni. So I've got this on my scale. Let me change it to the ounce. And then that way I can measure this out. And I'm just going to simply do this in the microwave. Yeah, I'm getting real fancy, y'all. Just microwave pizza guts, right? Spread that out. And that's 3 ounces. I probably have like 5 ounces of cheese. Now let me do the mozz. Hey, so I got to 5.1. Close enough, right? And then I've got my pepperoni. It's 15 slices a serving. Yes, I know Hormel is not the cleanest of products, but you can tell it's the big package. We get it at like Costco or Sam's. And it works out well for Heath when he's wanting pepperoni, you know, for different things. So I'm going to put out 15 slices of here. Then I'm going to start on the jalapenos. What do I got here? 1, 2, 6, 10, 11, 12. Ooh, I'm getting close. Let's make some room for a couple more, shall we? Need 3 more. There's 1. There's 2. When I was little, growing up, I actually used to make my own nachos all the time. So imagine me like, I guess I was like 4, 5. And I would constantly be asking my mom, hey, I'm hungry. Like, you know, I wasn't exactly full of vocabulary there, you know. I'd be like, I'm hungry. And she'd be like, in a little bit, Shelly. In a little bit. You know, because, you know, parents get busy. And so she said, and this is like so me, y'all. She was like, I would be so impatient that when she wouldn't do it fast enough, I'd just go do it myself. And next thing she knew, I'd be in here and I would climb the, I would climb the cabinets like a little freaking monkey so that I could get the plate, and then I'd pour the tortilla chips and I would top it with the cheese, and then I would even get, you know, like some jalapenos out, the pickled ones, and I'd put a few on there as well, because even as a kid I freaking loved jalapenos. And then I'd put it all in the microwave, and next thing you know, I would have my lunch or snack or whatever it was. And so she was always like, you just do it yourself. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty much how I am. Even now, if, you know, just, if you want to get something done, you just do it yourself. So that's still how I am today. So it's hard for me if somebody does something for me. So I'm just going to put it in the microwave. We're going to do 30 seconds and see. That's how I am now. Like, I'm not used to people actually doing stuff for me. So I'm just used to just go ahead and do it yourself. Let's see how this looks. Who else has an audience when they eat? Like, I can't. Like, here's Delilah. She's like, oh, I'm not going to leave you. Why, I know you've got some food here. There's their tote of toys. So Sam was like, oh, I'll go visit Dad. Oh, well, Dad don't have food, but you've got food. So, yes. So he's like, maybe there is some food there. Maybe. And then Delilah's like, oh, I know. I'm just going to stay right here. And we never feed them from our plates. But this is how they act every time. So here is that lunch. It ended up taking 2 minutes, but every 30 seconds I would check on it and then put it in for another 30 seconds. But I like everything well melted. And I'm also going to sprinkle with this Flat Iron Pepper Company. I really like this blend, y'all. It's the garlic, toasted onion, and ghost. And there we go. Looks good, right? All right. Saturday date with this handsome man. And we're at Good Cantina. You can eat. And we got, instead of chips, we got chicharrones, their house salsa.
This is thick.
And then we ordered a large guacamole, and it comes with 3 toppings. So we chose bacon, of course, queso fresca, chicharrones, and then there's some onion, and it looks like maybe roasted jalapenos and red. And you know what? I bet this is radish. Let me see. Yeah, that's shaved like radish, and that's a little lime. So, and of course we brought Redmond's. Gotta have good salt for everything, right? But this is the restaurant. I'll kind of show you some of the decor. That's kind of cool there on the wall. Gotta have that like Texas flair with it. But yeah, really cool. I like the wood chairs. And I do like the lighting in here. That's pretty cool to me. But yeah, that's what we got. And then we are splitting some beef fajitas and sausage. We'll show you when that comes out. Here is, instead of getting rice and beans, they offer this cucumber avocado salad. I know I think that's an orange, so I'll just pull the orange out. But it's tomatoes, looks like radish as well, cucumber, a little bit of greens, some avocado, and queso fresca, that's the white. I think that looks like a great salad. Again, just pull the oranges out, no big deal. And then for our main entree, look at this, you guys. A pound of beef fajitas. That's lime butter. And then we got the jalapeno cheese sausage. And those are roasted jalapenos. I love that stuff. And of course some green onions. And then a side of a sour cream cheese, guac, and jalapenos. This is going to be amazing lunch, maybe even dinner. We'll see how hungry we are after this, right? But that's it for our lunch. Doesn't that look amazing? I'm so excited. Merry Christmas! Today is Christmas, finally. For a lot of people, I've been excited about that. And with Heath working, sorry, it just feels like another day to us. But we did have fun yesterday. So if you saw, we did go eat the Mexican food. And then we did not eat dinner. That was so filling. That was really our OMAD for the day. But I did have every evening I'm having my tea. And I did end up having some of that Christmas bark I made on the Friday Night Live. And so that ended up, that was like at about 8 o'clock. And so today's sunny. I slept in. And when I got up, I put Delilah her pajamas on, her Christmas pajamas. And she's so cute. And there's Sam, and I hear the neighbors. And they have a lot of people. Uh-oh. There's Sam going crazy. All right, you guys. Well, I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Be sure to comment what you ended up having on Christmas Day. Love to hear what other people are eating. What do you say, Delilah? Say Merry Christmas. So, you probably hear the background. I'm editing a video to release this week. And so, I thought I would get on here and I'm playing with a new toy I got for Heath. But we both got to learn how to use it. So, I'm excited about that. And today I'm going to be smoking some pork tenderloins, and our amazing admin moderator extraordinaire got us a meter. Well, got Heath a meter. So I'm letting it charge right now, and I'm going to use it for the first time. So I'm excited today on using that. So you had to download an app for meter, and you connect it and do all that stuff. It's really cool, y'all. And it just really seems to take the guesswork. So I would say my thoughts so far on the meter. Now, when I actually use it, I'll let you know. But this is my thoughts compared to, as we've got the regular probes that are just a little like watch battery, and you probe it right then to take the temperature, right? You don't leave it in there. Those are great. If that's all you can afford, great, get it. The other thing Heath has is it's like a little, kind of like a remote system. It's got a little base, and you've got two of the probes. So one of them you stick into the meat, and you can leave that in the meat. I forget what the other one's for, but anyway, so it's a little device, and then, oh yeah, so you stick that, it's like two, it's kind of like a walkie-talkie, so you have two of those little, square things that you carry around, right? And you carry that, you put one out there, and the probe connects to it, and then you plug it into the meat, right? And then you keep your other one as like your base, and you can watch as the temperature changes. That's a great episode. We've used those for years and had very good, results with that. It's a good way of keeping an eye on your meat without having to go out there. As if you are new to smoking, you don't want to be lifting that lid a lot, because then you're getting all that heat and the smoke out of there. So you really want to minimize that. So that's why having, a probe on there where you don't have to lift the lid is very convenient, because then you could just, from the comfort of your couch, and if you know Heath, you gotta have a little laziness there, and so you have on the couch, you could just see what the temperature is at, so you don't have to be guessing, right? So that's one we've used. And then with our Traeger, it's actually built in. So with Traeger, you download an app, and what it is you plug in the probe, it's wired, you plug that into the Traeger, and then you plug the probe into the meat, and then on your app, you watch everything and set up the notifications, right? That's also another great way of doing it. But sometimes, like if you're doing several meats, which we've done before, you could see like our last few videos, actually we were smoking 3 things at once. So, with the Traeger, ours is only built up to, keep track of 1. So that's where a meter or an additional probe would come in handy, because then you can, track all the different meats. So there's what it says, wireless smart meat thermometer. That's what I like so far about this, is it's wireless, right? So this contraption right here is actually, there's a battery underneath here, and this is how you charge it. So you kind of see there's, like you would a battery, like there's a little plus and minus. It's like right there. So you actually charge this, and then this probe, look how cool that is, y'all. It's wireless, right? But, with Wi-Fi and everything today, it's really cool. So then you're going to probe this into the meat, and you go from right here to like right past there. There's like little lines where you want to make sure that that's in the meat, right? And it's okay for the tip to stick out, because the gauge is actually right here, about a 1/2 inch from the tip. And so you're going to put this in here. I think that's really cool, because that would work in an oven. So if you don't have a smoker, of course it's going to work great in a smoker, and you don't have to have all those wire lines. And I'm going to tell y'all, these are considered like the Cadillac in the barbecue world. Like, if you know anything about barbecue or smoking, you have a meter. Like, that's the top of the line that people who are big into smoking have. So yeah, you could do that. But then if you don't have a smoker, say you have an oven and you're like, oh, how do I know when it's done? This would be great for the oven too, because you're not going to have wires everywhere, right? And since it's wireless, you just put it like in your turkey, in your ham, or in your roast, and that's a way for you to keep up with what's going on, and you don't have to keep going into the oven and doing the other meat thermometers where you got to probe it and check it right then. This, you could just use it. And so I highly recommend it. So far, I love it. So you download an app. The app is so freaking easy to use. Really, like, you pick, once you sync it up, you pick the meat that you're going to want, and you could say, okay, I'm going to have chicken today. And then it'll give you a whole list, like, which exactly kind of chicken are you having? Is it a whole chicken? Is it the thigh, the breast? You select from there, and it'll actually give you the recommended temperatures. So no more having to guess, like, oh gosh, like today I'm doing a pork loin. What should I get that internal temp to be? Well, when I clicked on first the little pig, and then from there it had all the different pig options or pork options, and I picked on loin, and then from there it said, okay, here's what is medium rare, here is chef's temp, and then here's like well done. And so I went, oh, okay, let's do chef's temp, which is like 148 to 152. I was like, okay, let's do that. And you select it, and then it will set up your cook. And then and then you're supposed to probe the meat first, but I was playing along with that. And then it will just tell you when that item is up to temp. Like, y'all, that is so easy. No more having to guess and Google and figure out, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to have chicken on? The meter will do it all for you. So we're not affiliates or anything. I just love, when we get new gadgets in, and especially, I mean, thank you, Shauna. Like, Heath has been wanting a meter for literally years now, and I'm always just like too cheap. I'm like, no, we're not going to get a meter. Like, you have 500 other thermometers. Because I'm very much a don't get a new one until the old one breaks. Like, it's like, well, you already spent $30 on this other meter, so you don't need to buy it because that one still works. So that's my thing. Anybody else like that? I just, like, if I've already bought it, I don't want to keep buying, oh, well, now I got to have the newest one. I'm not like that. If I buy something like a PlayStation, for example, so here's a perfect example, and I know I'm going on, but I want y'all's opinions. I like to hear everybody's thoughts on this. So, like me, when I bought a PlayStation, I kept using it. As long as I could get new games and play on it, and it was working fine, I kept using it for years. In fact, we still have one that's probably 10 years old, right? And as long as I could play the games and enjoy it, that was good enough for me. Like, I did not need to next year when they're like, oh, now it's the PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 4 or whatever it gets up to. I was never somebody who was like, oh, well, now I got to get the new one. I was like, no, the one I have still works. I'm going to use that one, right? That's me. Now, my brother, for example, I would consider the opposite. Like, yeah, he had to have whatever was the newest thing. So if they announced they're going to have a PlayStation 5, he would immediately be first on the list to get the new one. Even though, like, just the year before he got the last one, he had to have the newest. And so I'm just interested. Are you somebody who's like, I gotta have the newest tech things? So if I buy a like a phone, and then I get the latest version of that phone, but when they release the next version, I'm going to be in line to get that. Are you someone who's like that? Because I know a lot of people are. Or are you kind of like me? And Heath is to a point, like his laptop's like 8 years old. So, we don't typically just like, oh, we got to have the newest. That's not us. That's why we waited over a year to get the creamy, because I'm like, let everybody else test it out. But anyhow, I digress. Or are you like me, where you're like, look, my phone that I bought, it is still working. And in fact, now it's paid off and it does fine. So yeah, there's a newer one out, but you know what? Mine still works fine. It's still charging fine. I'm not getting errors, so why replace it? Like, I'm just going to wait until this phone is like cracked and broken and not charging anymore, and then I'll shop for a new phone. What do y'all think? I'm just interested to know. So, Sunday evening, I haven't eaten all day. Y'all, I really hurt myself earlier. I'll show you part of it. Probably can't see, but you kind of see the blister forming there. I really burned myself with my coffee. So, have not been feeling well this afternoon. Those things happen though, right? So what I made for dinner is I did smoke actually 2 pork loins that we have. And what I started with the pork and poultry rub on the outside. And then I glazed it like the last 5 minutes. I put a maple rosemary glaze. All it was is 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, and probably about 1/4 of a cup, maybe less, of rosemary. So probably 2 tablespoons of rosemary. Mix that all together. And then I just glazed it on top. That was it. Beautiful. I've got half a large avocado. I do have a couple mushrooms with some cheese. I've got 5 ounces of the pork loin. So good. And then I've got 6 tablespoons of the mayo. I added some chamoy and seasoning and green onion. So that is my dinner. And, oh yeah, to drink, I've got the 1877 sparkling water. Monday lunch. Happy Monday, y'all. Did we all survive the holidays? Comment below. How did you do? Did you have a good time? Are you ready for the new year? I'm already ready for 23. Let's be honest, this last week, nothing ain't gonna get done, right? Like, we're not doing work. But anyhow, I'm actually off today, so I'm technically really not doing work, haha. But, and what I have for lunch today is 4 slices of Butcher Shop bacon, that's just the brand name, 3 tablespoons of mayo. The red stuff is Dave's Insanity. It's like really super hot, so I like to add that in. I just want spicy. I've got 1 of Mikey V's spicy pickles. And with that, I'm having a Keto Krack'd pumpkin spice bar. That's the Sam. But I'm having one of these. What I do, because I think it's like, what, 5 in a package? What I do is I get so we got these back, I think, in October. And I keep them in my freezer. And I'm only allowing myself like 1 per special occasion. So like I had 1 at Thanksgiving, and I haven't had my Christmas one because I made all that Christmas bark. So I thought, well, I'll have this today. And I'm just, because yeah, it is expensive. I mean, I think the quality is worth it. But also, I want to make it last before we order some more. So I'm just really trying to let them stay around for a couple of months. So I'm not just eating just to have something sweet. Like, I'm really enjoying this one thing and really taking a moment to have like some relaxation and peace and just sit there and enjoy the flavors and basically kind of have like a mini meditation, just zoning out, really enjoying myself, enjoying this and being like, okay, this is nice. This is a good moment, right? It's not, I'm not grabbing it because I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta have something sweet. I gotta have that. I'm grabbing it because I'm like, I want to thoroughly enjoy it, as it is very much a special treat. Wow, I don't know why, but like part of my hair keeps like flying up. Anyhow, we only have cold water right now, so I am very thankful that I washed my hair the night before, like it got really cold. I only wash my hair once a week. It A, helps the color last longer, and B, I like built up to that because I heard washing your hair too often really kills the natural oils. So like I started every other day and then every 3rd day and just kind of gone from there. I find I've gone longer than 7 days, but I find after a week it just starts to get on my nerves. Like it'll start to look a little stringy and I just don't like that. And it's usually just right here at the top. The bottom part just always looks fabulous. So anywho, not that I'm saying I have like fabulous hair, because it definitely needs some work there sometimes. So, having my lunch, y'all. Ooh, that stuff is spicy. that Dave's Insanity. I think it's Dave's Insanity Ultimate. Whew. Like, I just added, like, what, a couple little drops, not even a teaspoon worth. And, ooh, to 3 tablespoons of mayo. Wow. So, anyways, the reason I didn't record too much, like, yesterday, is I had a little accident. So, I was reheating my coffee, as I do. And for some reason, when I put the little handheld immersion blender down in that, usually, you know, I slowly start up. This isn't like my first rodeo, right? I do this all the time. But for some reason, I don't know if it was just extra hot. Like, it seems like everything's running hotter right now. But anyhow, it was a full, almost 2 cups of coffee that I had heated up. And I was just going to lightly blend it a little bit. But as soon as I hit the thing, half of it went spraying out. It got all over my top. Of course, got my arm. You kind of see the little blister there. It got over here, right? You kind of see the red. And then it also got this thumb that was like holding the measuring cup. Yeah, there's the blister. You see that? And then it's all over like my belly. Boy, I wanted to shave an inch off my belly. I found a new way to do it. But anyways, yeah, that's what I did. I would say it's probably 2nd degree. It's blistering, so I think that means it's kind of a 3rd degree as well. So that was fun yesterday. Like, I was out of commission for literally like 3 hours. I could not move. Heath looked up what to do. We put cold water on it, and then I had like a cold, so I ran cold water over my fingers at least, put some cold water on my belly, and then I had like this ice pack, so I just kind of kept the ice pack on my belly for a while. It was just throbbing pain, and they were like, take ibuprofen. I'm like, look, I need something stronger than ibuprofen, but, you know, it was really intense. So, lesson learned, I guess I should wear my apron at all times, because I'm like, oh, that probably would have protected me, than just being in my PJs. So, yeah, that was a lot of fun, y'all. The things that happen, right? I'm like, oh, goodness. So, yeah, that totally put me out of commission, and it was just hard to, you know, just get my mindset back, because it literally was just throbbing in pain. But finally, I took some extra medicine last night, and I slept really well. I always think sleep's really important when you injure yourself. Try to sleep as much as possible. And so I did that, and I slept till 9:30 this morning. But I did have several blisters, and the blisters have popped. Ooh, I know, like TMI. So, I'm just keeping it clean, wearing, like, the shirt I'm wearing. You probably, whoops, wrong way. It's my Dr. Pepper shirt, right? So at one time, Dr. Pepper, if you bought so many of their 12 packs, you could send in to get a free shirt. And of course I did that because, you know, we're freaking Dr. Pepper lovers. So I did that. And this shirt is like one of those soft shirts, so it's not hurting. Today, I'm really not in like pain anymore. I mean, sometimes it, you know, this does hurt, like if I'm pressing on it. But one other thing I read is it said don't try to keep things, like especially if it's on a joint or whatever, don't try to keep it immobilized, because then the skin might tighten at a place that's really not convenient. So I was still using my fingers and all like normal, because it did kind of get down in here. So this is not hurting today. That's a good sign. This, oof, I mean, it is a little, if I touch it, just, blisters. So yeah, that was my fun Christmas Day gift to myself. But to, you know, we digress. So last night I made that smoked pork loin. That was amazing. I did do a maple rosemary glaze that turned out spectacular. I really like that, but I love rosemary. Um, and then today, after I really slept in, and then I really have not done much, y'all. Like, I feel kind of like, oh, I should be doing something, right? But it is technically my day off. So I was like, well, should I just chill here on the couch? It's really hard to just be completely unproductive. I need tips. So I haven't really done much today. And when Heath went to lunch at 1:30, I was like, okay, I'll make myself some bacon. That sounds good. Because I only ate once last night. Or yesterday, rather. Just last night. But I was like, oh, okay. So I made some bacon. And everything went well. I got Heath for Christmas. I got him a gimbal, y'all. So he's really excited. That's what I'm filming on right now. Been playing with it yesterday and today, just trying to learn like all the little functions, what does what. So it seems pretty cool. I think it'll be great when we go on the cruise and any keto events like KetoCon in April. So we'll really get to use it then. So it's supposed to have like, here I could do where it follows my face, or you could do, ooh, look at that. See, it moved. It was like, whoa, there I am. And then over here, there's the dog. You kind of see him. So that's pretty cool. There's also an object one. So like if we're cooking, I could put the pan and it'll stay focused on the pan that we're cooking in. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I think it will have good opportunities for just our recipes, good for when we go to the different keto events. And what was good is it was one of the daily specials on Amazon. So I got it for like 35% off. So I was pretty pleased with that. So that's what I got Heath. And then what he got me is some beautiful wood roses. So like I love flowers, of course. And, but the sad part about flowers is they basically die after a week, which is sad, which of course you can make potpourri with, and I've done that before. You just dry them and put them as potpourri. But what he found is they're wood roses, and they color them all, every color a regular rose would be, even, like fancy colors, like if you wanted it rainbow or whatever. But he got me 24 little rosebuds, and they actually will put like a little essential oil so you have it smell like whatever you want. So Heath has done this now for 2 or 3 years, or 3 or 4 years. He'll get me some of those for like my birthday, or like yesterday for the holiday, so that I always have the flower. So I think that's really nice. So I found a vase to put them in. They're really cute. I'll have to show you later. So that was really thoughtful of him. And then today he's again working, so he had to work yesterday, and instead of it being a slow day, it was like back to back, like no break at all. So he's kind of sad about that everybody's calling. They were like, well, because of the weather across the country, they've had a lot more calls. So, well, poor guy. And then today he's working, of course. And today I'm off, and this is when my company celebrates Christmas, since Christmas was on a Sunday. Then we get Monday off. So I have a 4-day week this week, and then the following Monday, like January 2nd, we're off again in observance of the new year. So that's exciting. 2 4-day weeks in a row. That to me though just means I'm going to have to do 5 days worth of work in 4, but oh well, I love a challenge. And that's our day. And then the dogs have just been fabulous. They're both asleep. I know, that's a shocker, right? But they've been good. Even this morning, like Sam did get in the bed with me. It's like when he sees he'd get out, then he's like, oh, now I have a spot. He'll jump in the bed, roll around, do a few body slams. I don't know why he does that. And then he'll finally just curl up next to me. So yes, that is my day. I'm editing a video to release. Well, now when you see this, it would have released yesterday. So go check out that video. It was scrumptious, y'all. And then some of y'all heard about my coach coming on the 30th. Kind of a change of plans because she's also an actress and she has a gig Friday night. So she won't make it this Friday, but we are planning on doing it the first Friday in January, which is going to be January 6th. So 1/6 my coach should be on. I'll keep y'all updated. Make sure you're following HungryHeath on Instagram, which is the HungryHeath, because we'll definitely be putting some promo videos there. And then also check our community tab. So just on our main home YouTube, you scroll over, look for community, click on that community tab. So we'll put updates there. We also sometimes will do like a poll, just different things there. So that's a great place to just check and see what's going on in the HungryHeath world. So I hope everybody is having a great week. I hope your holiday went even better than mine. I hope everybody's was a lot better than mine. But other than that, we'll talk to you at dinner tonight. Monday night dinner. So I have successfully done nothing today. Y'all should be proud of me because I'm typically like go, go, go all the time. So I literally sat on the couch, watched TikToks, YouTube, whatever I felt like doing. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to regret this later. But anyhow, it's time for dinner, y'all. So what do I got here? More of that pork loin. And so I've got 5.5 ounces of pork loin. And then over here is 4 tablespoons of Chef Shammy's lemon butter, a little bit of the green onion, a serving of this hot sauce we have, salsa, rather. So I just thought, add a little flavor, right? Because I know, ooh, sorry, y'all. No, it doesn't, well, now I'm just throwing my food all over the place. Anyhow, I know it doesn't look like much. Look, I even dropped some of my rosemary. But anyways, that's that. And then I also have a mini cup of just chunky avocado. So it's not guacamole, it's just the chunky avocado. And of course, I topped it with our Redmond's smoked salt. So with the new year coming, if you love a good salt, definitely follow our link below to Redmond's. It'll save you 15%. Plus, it really helps our channel. And I just love this smoked salt, especially as a finishing salt to avocado or guacamole. Just adds another depth of flavor. And I did also have 1 string cheese that's not shown here because I already ate it. I'm like really hungry tonight. So yes, 1 string cheese. To drink, you'll never guess, it's my 1877 sparkling water. And then earlier, I promised you I would show you the flowers that dear Heath got me. These are the wood flowers. See, aren't they so pretty? All different colors there. And it looks like real flowers, but they're wood, y'all. Like, it's wood. That's so cool. And then you can just refresh them with, you know, like an essential oil, whatever you want them to smell. And there's the little plant thing I found outside. Isn't they cute? And that's my dinner on this Monday night. Say hello, Heath.
Hello, Heath.
I knew you would say that. All right. I hope y'all had a great day as well. Y'all, this dog is something else. And that's my husband coughing. So, I'm on the couch, y'all. First, Delilah was here. And she's like, I ain't moving. And Sam really wanted to be here, but Delilah sometimes doesn't let him get here. He's very scared of her. So you see him. That's my leg in the furry. I have furry pajamas. He's just barely hanging on to this couch, y'all. Barely. Like, that's the extended couch, but the regular couch ends, like, right here, so he's barely on. And he's like, but I'm here, and I'm by Mom, and that's all that matters. She'll protect me from Delilah. She's so mean. Look, Delilah's got all that room, and she's like, I ain't gonna move. He should have got here sooner. Right, Sam? Right, Sammy? And he's like, Mom. She won't give me any room. This is my usual evening. And of course he had to string out some toys first. It's still Monday night, y'all. But look, came back here. Sam ran ahead. Delilah was still on the couch. So Sam ran back here. Gotten technically her bed. This is the bed ever since I bought it. Delilah sleeps in. So when Delilah came back, she's like, I ain't gonna give up my bed. So she, and look, there's his whole bed completely empty because she is too stubborn to give up her bed, and he's either not very bright or doesn't care or just wants to snuggle. I don't know what he's thinking, but he has not budged at all. And look at her, you could tell. She is TO'd. Look at that. TO'd. She's like, Mom, this guy is in my bed. How can I stretch out? Oh my gosh. Why? Happy Monday. Wow. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Tuesday. Look, I don't even know. All I know is this first day I'm working this week, so it seems like a Monday as it's freaking busy. But I'm going to take a couple minutes out just to show you my lunch, per se. So I've been drinking my coffee all day, and then I decided I'd have a little, kind of a snack, honestly. But I'm going to claim it as lunch because it's the first time I've eaten today. So let's show that. These were on sale at Sprouts for $1.67 each, which if you know anything about, keto bars, that's pretty cheap. So I get these. They're fairly clean. Of course, Heath can't have it because of the almond butter, chicory root fiber. Some people have issues with those. I haven't had any issues with that. I've tested my blood sugar after these before, so I think they're pretty good. But you see, as far as bars go, other than the chicory root fiber, I think that's pretty darn clean. And you'll see here the macros. So 14 grams of fat. I mean, that's decent. Protein is also 10 because they do add a collagen peptide in there. And the total carbs is only 10, y'all. So to me, a keto product, the total carbs should not be the biggest number. I don't care what the fibers, sugars, all that other junk is. I'm just saying your highest should preferably be the fat macro, should be the highest amount, and everything else should be lower. And this bar fits that. So yeah, 10 total carbs. I think that's really good. I mean, it's not a huge bar. As you see, it's pretty small. Definitely Keto Brick has a lot lower. As far as, if you're wanting something like that, Keto Brick is going to be your best option. But I do like the flavors of these, and they're on sale. And I love a good sale. And this is the caramel sea salt. So I got that, and I think there's a lemon berry. What's this other one? I got one more. Oh yeah, chocolate chip cookie dough. So that sounds good. So I'll have that some other day. I just put it in here to have just every once in a while if I'm wanting something, y'all. Tuesday night dinner. So what I've got here is 5.5 ounces of that pork loin with the rosemary maple glaze. I've got 4 tablespoons of the Chef Chamois lemon herb butter. I think that pairs really well. I have 4 tablespoons of my homemade mayo. So it's avocado mayo. And then I did add some of this flat iron. I can't feel my face because I'm like, ooh, I want something tingly. There's also a piece of bacon under all that meat somewhere. So that's that. And then to drink, just have my sparkling water as usual. That's how you do it. Well, that wraps up another Warden Report. I hope y'all enjoyed it this week. What segments do you like the most? What should I do more of? Comment down below and let me know. And if you made it to this point, I definitely want to see that comment, Samson, for this week, y'all. But thank you all so much. Please, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and hit the thumbs up. Everybody hit the thumbs up. New, old, all of it. And make sure when you hit the subscribe, make sure your bell icon is clicked so you get notifications every time we put out new videos like the Warden Report. And let me know, what do you think about this high fat? Who all is trying that? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much, and stay tuned for all of our wonderful channel members. Thank you all again so much for your continued support, and I hope everybody has a happy, fantastic, prosperous, healthy New Year. Bye.